Good afternoon, students. So, in previous class, I have explained you about the some of the applications of ultrasonic waves, right? So, in today's class, we'll see some more applications of ultrasonic waves. Yeah. So here we go. So, in previous class, we have discussed up to three applications. Now we will see fourth application. So, So, fourth application of ultrasonic waves is dispersive and colloidal effect of ultrasonics. So, the cavitation bubbles. So, whenever the ultrasonic transducer is placed in a liquid, it produces ultrasonic vibrations, which results this cavities. So, here you may get the doubt: what do you mean by cavitation, bubbles, and as well as a ultrasonic transducer, right? So, cavitation means a small hole, tinny. Bubbles mean bubbles. You already know that. And ultrasonic transducer means an ultrasonic transducer is a device which is used to convert some other type of energy into an ultrasonic vibration. So we already know the basic definition of a transducer, right? So transducer is a device which converts one form of energy into another form of energy. So here ultrasonic transducer means it is a device which is used to convert the some type of whatever the some type of energy into a ultrasonic vibration. So that is about the ultrasonic transducer. So whenever an ultrasonic transducer is placed in a liquid, it produces ultrasonic vibrations, which results implosion of bubbles. So implosion means an instance of something collapsing violently inwards. So it produces the bubbles. So, and the cavity bubbles formed by the ultrasonic vibrations to found injuries in signal transmission have been successfully used in industry and described below. And this can be used in industries. Now we will see how they can be used in industries. So first one is ultrasonic cleaning devices, and second one is ultrasonic emulsifier. So here I have said the cavitation bubbles, right? And these bubbles have two effects. They produce dense cloud in front of a transducer and hamper in the propagation of ultrasonic waves. And the second one is frequent implosion of bubbles destroys the surface of a transducer, causing teeny pits and produces the noise. And the cavity bubbles formed by the ultrasonic vibration two found injuries in signal transmission, as I said now, and it's having industrial applications like ultrasonic emulsifier and ultrasonic cleaning devices. So first we will see the ultrasonic cleaning devices. So contaminated articles can be cleaned by irradiating the ultrasonically in sequence in suitable solvents. So that is about the ultrasonic cleaning devices. So by using these ultrasonic waves, we can clean the devices contaminated. We can clean the contaminated articles. And second one is a ultrasonic emulsifier. So here emulsion means it is a process of mixing the two liquids which are immiscible, such as a oil and water. So if we mix oil and water, they could not mix together properly, right? So here immiscible means we can say not forming a homogeneous mixture when mixed. So whenever we mix it two liquids, they should not mix a homogeneous, they should not form a homogeneous mixture. So that we can call it as a immiscible, such as a oil and water. So in that case, we will use this ultrasonic emulsifier. So that two liquids are poured in a container, and ultrasonic vibrator is immersed in the container and subjected to a strong ultrasonic vibrations. So first we will take one container and we will pour that two liquids, for example oil and water, we will pour that in that container, and then we will place a ultrasonic vibrator in that water, and it will generate a strong ultrasonic vibrations. And the process of emulsification depends upon the two factors. So first one is air bubbles or dissolved gas present in the liquid, and the second one is external pressure. So now we will see the dispersing metals by ultrasonic. So by using the ultrasonic waves, it is possible to disperse different metals such as Na, K, Cs, Hg, Pb, Zn, Sn, Cu, etc. And the fusibly alloys in alcohol, oil, and water. So we know alloy means so combination of a two or more components. And the process consists of bringing the metals and alloys of a low melting point. So what we are doing in this process is first we will bring that metals or alloys to a low melting point which are in contact with the water or oil of a high boiling point, and that boundary surface is subjected to a ultrasonic radiation. So in this process what happens is when the ultrasonic waves reach the boundary between the metal and water, it rises up a layer of a metal thickness which is equal to the amplitude of the wave into the water, and that metal will be break into a spherical particles of equal diameters. So normally we will use ultrasonic waves in this process of a frequency range 400 kilohertz. And next one is action of ultrasonic waves on photographic emulsion. So now we will see about it. The homogeneity and stability of a photographic emulsions are greatly improved by irradiation of ultrasonic waves. It is possible to increase the silver halide concentration, resulting in the increased resolving power and sensitivity. And ultrasonic vibration also prevents the injurious agglomeration. So agglomeration means a mass or a collection of things of grains of the photographic film. And ultrasonic vibrations, whenever they incident on the silver gelatin emulsion, they will cause a duration and temperature of the ripening process to be raised without the formation of the wheel effect. So with the help of this ultrasonic vibration, the color sensitivity of the photographic emulsion is a greatly increased. So now we will see about the implosion bubbles. So now only I said implosion means an instance of something collapsing violently inwards. So when tension develops at a point in the liquid subjected to a powerful ultrasonic irradiation, so it produces a hollow bubbles because of the high stress that is stuck in the dissolved gases and vapor. So but this bubbles soon collapses at the instant of an implosion because the pressure of the shock wave near the bubble reaches several hundreds of atmospheres. So these bubbles will produce a dense cloud in front of the transducer. So transducer is a device which is used to convert the some other type of energy into a ultrasonic vibration. This formation and implosion of a bubble ends for erosion and pitting transducer. So the bubbles have two effects. They are so now only I said in the previous slide, they produce a dense cloud in front of a transducer and hamper the propagation of ultrasonic waves. And second one is a frequent implosion of bubbles destroys the surface of a transducer, causing tiny pits and produces a noise. And now we will see the coagulating action of a ultrasonics. So coagulation means the action or process of a liquid to change into a solid or a semi-solid state. So this coagulation will depend upon the some parameters. They are like a size of a particle and frequency of the ultrasonic waves, and also the influence of the hydrodynamic forces. So depending upon these all parameters, particularly particle size and frequency of the signal changes, and correspondingly amplitude of the particles varies, and resulting in the collision and coagulation. And this coagulation action of ultrasonic finds excessive use in industry for air purification. So the action of the coagulation action of ultrasonics is widely used in the industries for the purpose of air purification. So by considering a cement mill, for example, if you are having a cement mill, so up to 2 to 3 kilometers from the mill, everything is covered with a grayish film or of a cement, right? So, and this deposit is formed from extremely fine parts of a cement. So conventional methods are effective only for a large size particles. So we are using coagulation action of ultrasonics for the purpose of air purification. So here they mentioned the best example by considering is cement mill. You'll easily understand the concept by considering this example. And next one is a separation of a mixtures by ultrasonics. So now only I said, so here I will show you again. So here, so we can use it as a ultrasonic emulsifier, means it is a process of mixing two liquids by using the ultrasonics. So similarly, we are of separating the mixtures also. So we will use the ultrasonic for the purpose of separation of a mixtures also. For example, if we have any mixture, we will separate that mixture by using the ultrasonics. So ultrasonic vibrations are not only useful for combining purpose but also are capable of separating the mixtures into a components. So whenever different components in the medium having a different molecular weights are irradiated by acoustic vibrations, which results in the pressure differentials cause the molecule to move in the direction of a propagation. So in this process, heavier components will lag behind the lighter ones because the heavier components stay close to the ultrasonic transducer and the lighter ones will move towards a distance away from the transducer. So ultrasonic transducer, I repeat again, an ultrasonic transducer is a device which is used to convert some other type of energy into an ultrasonic vibrations. And this method is used for the sorting of a paper fibers in the paper mill for identifying the high quality and low quality. So we will use this mainly in the paper mills to identify the high quality paper and the low quality paper. And it uses the frequencies of 10 kilohertz for 0.98 mm and 30 kilohertz for 0.89 mm of a long fibers and 60 kilohertz for 0.66 millimeters and 100 kilohertz for 0.44 millimeters. So that is about today's class. So in today's class, we have seen the three more applications of the ultrasonic waves. So in next class, we will see the some more applications of ultrasonics. So what we have left with? So we have from cutting and machining of hard materials and degassing of liquids by ultrasonic waves, physico-chemical effects, chemical effects, thermal effects, and biological effects of ultrasonics. So we will see the remaining applications in the next class. Thanks for watching.